Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, my name is Dr. Afebado Gasano. And this morning, I feel like talking about two things. First of all, let's talk about types of pornography and what it takes to be a porn star, meaning a porn actor, a porn actress, and the major types of pornography, and then what it takes to be one of them. Now, if you look at pornography, there are different categories, but the aim and the purpose of pornography is to help people have the maximum sexual performances. Maximum, when I say maximum is also the most optimized. So they can have the maximum pleasure from sexual intercourse, while at the same time their sexual health is upgraded without any side effect. Because majorly, aside the fact that sex is a measurement of health, don't forget, as a measurement of health, if you are having low quality sexual intercourse, then it's inferring the quality of your health. And then there are two types, when you are giving sex and you are receiving sex. Now, receiving sex does not denote anything. What denotes is the giving. It's the one that denotes your real health sexually. There's the one that works out your body, tests different parts of your body, and the likes. Now, the different types of pornography based on purpose. Now, there's the description type, like the teaching type, which is more of this video type, and most of the video I've posted. The teaching type includes someone with experience explaining concepts, principles, and every other things of pornography and sexual development. Yet it might be a video, it can be physically. We are teaching physically or online or whatever, but it takes this me talking and some people listening. That is a descriptive or a teach pornography. You get it? And it's not nude, so it's educational pornography. It's not, is this entertaining anybody? No. So it's purely educational or academical pornography. This one I'm doing. Then there is the action type. The action type, instead of me just talking about it, I will just act it out. But note, so that is the action pornography. So that one, most of the time, since it involves sexual intercourse, pornography is actually describing sex. So I would mostly be naked. Porn actress will mostly be naked. That is the category that you would see on any porn site much more easily. It is the one that is more popular on the site. You'll be seeing different types of fucking styles and the rest. So those one fall under acting pornography. Like you are acting it out instead of teaching it. You get? But there is a limitation to both of them. One, you cannot act all parts of pornography, especially when it's online. You would have to explain some concepts using the teaching method, this one, and then you'd have to do some performance for style type when it comes to the style type and the processes and procedures. Now there's another one which contains both the action and the explanation. That is the combination of acting and teaching. You get acting, teaching pornography, where you see things like maybe the screen is split into two. The action is going on one side, and then the performer is explaining the action in the other side of the video. You will find something like that here with me on my own page too. So those are the major three types of pornography, and then the fourth one is the one described on paper, written, regardless of whatever. You get the one on paper or written can be teaching and can be acting, depending on the position of the paper too. So depending on paper or technology used, this was video or drawings or whatever. But the major thing there is, one is educational purely, the other is education plus action. Like all of them, you get, can be entertaining. For instance, now the purely describing type, like this one now, depends on what you think about what you call entertainment. It can be a form of entertainment to another person, while to another person is too serious, like teaching. You get. So this one is a teaching pornography. You get, where I explain concepts, the conceptual type. Then the other one is acting pornography, where I show you what I was teaching. Like, okay, either I'm showing you the result of what I've explained before, or I'm showing you something new that I've not explained before. You get. Why the third one, we make sure that whatever I show you in the video is explained. You get. These are the three major types of pornography, regardless of whether they are going to be righteous or sinful. Righteousness or sinfulness now is what I see. If I say everything that will disempower you, then it becomes sinful. If I say everything and act in ways that will make your health stronger, then it is righteous. So that is it about what different types of pornography that exist. And aside that, we would like to look into what it takes to be and what I believe a porn actor should be. I've explained before, but then this is a kind of second part. Now, look at the porn market. People are getting fed up, right? Because they're only watching, they are not improving. I believe I've been advertising for porn actors and porn actors, and I know my definition does not really exist. But at least someone who has been acting pornography can become what I'm expecting if the person contacts me. Now, I said before that a porn actor or a porn actress is equivalent to a sexual health doctor, because they have all the experiences, and that's why they are trying to teach you how to maximize your sexual life, like your sexual health. Only that the knowledge that is widespread because of our the limitations in the discoveries of other popular sciences like the evolution sciences. I'm a creationist, so, and the one that is making that is dominating schools and the rest now for business purposes are evolutionists. And I'll tell you the difference between evolution science and creationist science. Evolution science believe that things can just build themselves by themselves. For instance, laptop can just become a laptop without anybody or anything or any laptop building laptop. Like Windows 10 can just suddenly come to Windows 10 without anybody programming it, without even the laptop, without any conscious effort. You get, without any conscious effort, that there is no conscious effort saying that, okay, well, my aim is to build a plastic. okay, how do we build the plastic? If I said this in process, if I said this in process, you get. Evolutionists usually believe that we human beings, for instance, now we came into existence just suddenly, like without nothing consciously directing us that okay, from this stage now I can add this, so it will add this part to the human being. If we can, you get. That's what evolution is. When there's no conscious aim, that you just, so let's say we aimlessly became human beings that is as complicated as we are, that kind of thing. And that reminded me when like 2015, when I wrote a 200 pages book trying to investigate evolution and creationism. Creation science actually states that regardless of who and what the being is, everything that has life in them, meaning everything that is fulfilling a purpose continuously, and its purpose is whatever the purpose is continuously fulfilling its purpose, you get, is created. It means a laptop is created. That's what creationism means, because a laptop is created for a purpose that all its design is fitted to that purpose. You get. My bag is created. It's not evolving. My bed sheet is created. It's not evolving. Even me myself, I'm created from sperm and egg, right? Not that one sand on the floor. And my parents were purposeful, and my mom purposefully held me in her womb for 9 months at least. So those are indicators of creationism. So when I wrote those books, all their evidences of evolution were actually evidences of creation. So I wrote those books and whatever, but for some reasons, I recently, last year, because of some, let's say, I was restrained and restricted, so the book was lost. Although it's on OOU email, SUG email currently, but that's all I know. That is the last place the book was. So I don't have the book with me any longer. And the title of the book is The Greatest Deceit, The Greatest Deceit, Evolution. And the way I wrote the book, I started with scientifically investigating evolution, scientifically and biblically investigating creation, and evolution. I used Darwinian to then I started an argument that links both evolution together to see which one will beat each other, which creationism won. And then I stated my perspective why people, especially those rogue scientists, want evolutionism, which is because when you say you evolve, I've said it means you don't have purpose in life. You get. So they can roam about, do everything they want to do, and they want to be wicked too. Meaning, not to turn people to lab rats and then go with different types of laws to cheat, oppress, and destroy one another's life for them to have the greatest share, like things like slavery and all those stuff. When you believe you are created, people will have fair rights because you were equally created. But then there will be kind of fair right and equality. But once they say evolution stuff, you get, then they can cheat you as much as they want. You get. That was what they were trying to imbibe into the system. So with that, since we are created, as a creationist, as a creation scientist, I will tell you, everything created has a purpose. So pornography's purpose has been said many times, which is to do what? To teach people in the major 3 models, using the major 3 models that I explained now, how to do what? How to have the maximum sex. One is purely teaching, like I'm doing currently. The other is acting it out, and the third one is explaining and teaching and acting out at the same time, where if I do something, I explain it immediately. If I do something, I explain it immediately. If I do something, I explain like that. So those are the major three. Yes. So the second topic I wanted to talk about before digressing was what it takes to be a porn star or a porn actor. So now looking at the porn industry, merely acting out sexual intercourse, merely performing will not actually upgrade, because performing is only focusing on sexual styles and positions. There are a lot of concepts that you don't know that may upgrade your sex style, may give you a new dimension in measuring your sexual performance, which I'm going to do in another video, measuring sexual performances. So, and then that is why explaining like I'm doing is very important. And then it takes someone with experience. When I say experience, I'm not talking about experience of how many sex you've had in your life. No, experience on what it takes to have sex. Like, you should have understood. That's why you're a sexual doctor. You should be. And I say it again. The porn industry. I'm saying it's these two porn stars that may be watching this video, or whoever is thinking maybe wants to become a porn star. You have to be a sexual health doctor. I actually have courses for that will authorize you to become a sexual doctor, and you will learn a lot of things, and you yourself will develop your own sexual health. For instance, guys that are in the porn industry that are merely lasting for 5 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, I'm going to build you into a sex machine that can last as long as you want. The same thing for girls, you get, who cannot give adequately, you get, plus maybe because of fatigueness or whatever, your general health and your reproductive health per se. You get, so you know, guys, we don't have much of a reproductive system than the sexual system. Our own is combined, but your own is split a bit. You get what I'm saying now? So while I will be working on helping you develop your sexual health, I will also be working on recreating your body to be able to withstand and overcome every pressure that is required to give birth to a very strong child. You get, meaning upgrading your reproductive health at the same time. So while I'm doing that as a therapist for you, during the training, I'm also explaining everything so that you become a sexual health doctor. So then you can help girls like yourself and guys like yourselves, you get, to develop their sexual health. You start practicing what I've taught you and teaching people, like developing people. You get what I'm saying? You know, since society, I wouldn't teach. I wouldn't just develop you. I will teach and develop you. I will tell you when to stop something, rules of stopping, rules of starting, and all those stuff. Which, if I'm just developing, I'll just be developing the person and be asking questions, and you get. Although you might, but you will not be authorized to practice it because you are not as experienced as someone who went through the training process directly. So, you should be a sexual doctor. That is the first thing. You get, now you've started as a porn actor and you've sacrificed your nakedness. You are people are watching you, and they would definitely see you on the streets too. But then be proud. If you had your SHDR certificate, you get, it will even boost your morale. It will boost your morale and you'll be surprised. I'm teaching you and I'm a professional at it. If you want to upgrade your sexual health, yeah, you can meet me. You get what I'm saying? So without your sexual health certificate, I have mine. Yes, I'm the owner of Ayeconet and all the knowledge belongs to me. Yes, but it doesn't mean I should not satisfy myself. Like, you get, so that I can be qualified to. You get what I'm saying now? So according to formality, since I have been registered, then I should be able to. Ayeconet should certify me to perform some things officially. Even though I'm the owner of Ayeconet, there's the way they do it, that you get, when you want to get yourself share certificate and you are the owner of the company, they decide where you did based on the fact that you contributed to the company, whatever amount you contributed, you have your share certificate signed and stamped, which is legally binding. Exactly the same way the certificate is legally binding. So you would have to become a sexual doctor, and you would have to contact me. I made it very cheap, you get, for you. You get, for two reasons. Since you'll be practicing Ayeconet method, it means aside the fact that you've learned and this thing, at least there will be a kind of tax, let's say 10%, you get, on the long run, that Ayeconet Health Institute will be collecting for practicing what you've been trained. You get what I'm saying? That money will be used to improve and to continue research that can be taught to you later in the future, for you to help upgrade or better understand sexual health, whatever, and also some other parts of Ayeconet that you would benefit from. So the money is not primarily just to be spent. You get, once everybody have food in their stomach and a good house and a good car, the next is to impact the world, right? It's only a food that will be saving money inside bank continuously. The money that is devaluing every time, instead of using the money to make discoveries that will value your contribution score. So here in Ayeconet we have two things. We have money system and we have contribution score system. Contribution score system can translate to money. Each point is a particular amount of money, but the difference is that we are using the same currency with the currency of the country. Yes. While the currency of the country can be used in any bank in Nigeria, your contribution point will be used internally. Then if you now need money outside Ayeconet, you get what I'm saying? Your contribution score can translate into that money too, which you now withdraw in bank. You understand what I'm saying? But contribution to Ayeconet, because Ayeconet's mission is to improve the world and create a better world, a world where there's no poverty, a world where there's no stupidity and foolishness. You get, any form of stupidity and foolishness, you get, including poverty, sickness, and all stuff. There are different forms of poverty and stupidity and foolishness. For instance, now sickness is cellular stupidity and foolishness, or hindrance. You get, one of the three. For instance, genetic poverty and genetic sickness is actually cellular stupidity. You get what I'm saying? So that is it. So what it takes to be a porn actress or a porn actor, if you want to dominate it, if you want to remain viable and relevant physically, you get, you have to train. Go to Ayeconet, education.ayeconet.com.ng, pick the sexual health, train. It's just 15,000 naira per semester. You get, what will happen is this: once you pay, immediately you pay, you gain access. I say pay, once you sign, once you register, apply, because session is open right now. Once you apply to be a sexual doctor on education.ayeconet.com.ng, I'll write the link here. You will do entry exam. Now, the entry exam consists of you'll be asked a question, and the question is simple. It's around pornography, around sex. You are going to make a video and explain something, a concept that will be asked for you, but will be around sex. You get, once you answer the video, you get around sex and maybe general science. 2, it's not a must you are a science student. The science they've been teaching from secondary school upward, you get, it's modified. You get what I'm saying now? And the fact is that, for instance, now the biology, even in secondary school, is only descriptive, not functional. And Ayeconet biology is different. Physics and chemistry are closely the same, but we are only going to teach you, since you are sexual health, you get, and we don't really believe much in chemistry but in physics, biophysics per se, because physics taught in secondary school is general non-biological physics. So it's mechanical physics and light physics, and they are not biological in nature. Okay, so the physics in secondary school is off point too. And the chemistry is not a biochemistry, it's organic and inorganic chemistry, which is kind of off point too, because all those chemical reactions will not be performing it in body. You get what you'll be doing is cycle biochemical reactions. You get psycho biophysically induced chemical reactions. You get what I'm saying now? All those kind of so the process is totally different. So it's totally different. So you don't need to be a scientist. You get before you can start out. You are starting as a life scientist now. You get and it's physical. The courses are physical and online at the same time. So once you've made your you don't deposit me, you would have to come around because I'm starting it off. So it means I'll be the one trading. It means you would have to come to Agowe, Ogun State. And I don't have a big building for it yet. I'm starting out the university. It's a totally new type and it's a creationist. It's the first creationist university in Nigeria and in the world. That's the truth. Because I'm not sure it's the first in the world. ICR, but ICR is a big institute trying to overwrite the lies that the science world are lying about evolution, but it was heavily attacked, just like I am being attacked somehow now. But the difference is they did not do their work well. Like they are attacking them personally because they were partly sinful. Like they've opened up spaces to be sued personally for something else where they will now use corruption to destroy, which is different from me. I didn't give any space at all. It means I'm totally unsuable on a personal grant or on an official grant. With those two, there's no instances where they will take me to court and over punish me. In fact, at this point that I'm the one gaining the capacity to sue everybody because I have reasons to be suing people up and down. Okay, so what they now plan to do is, if they did not make me, if they restrict me and did not make me come out to people so that I can tell people the truth, you get, that is their last attack that they have. The last power that they have is just making sure that I'm not able to tell the world the truth, which me I'm not yielding to. You get what I'm saying? So like I'm doing these videos, I don't know if they're restricting it online too. Maybe the 80 something 90 something K views that I have, maybe they are lies, but at least I'm having them. I'm making progress. Once I have enough money, I'll get out of this. I mean, I get out of this place and get to people. You get start advertising to them. You get what is happening. You get so even students here in OOU, you get aside their BSc in OOU, they can have additional BSc with me. You get, and the way I'm building Ayeconet, I'm building it to create employment for everybody. All I just need now is human capital, you learning and working. You get, when you start to learn to be a sexuality, you start to advertise your practitioner, and you get legally, and then you start practicing. And my method does not use drugs. It's different from medicine, so you don't need medical license. And doctors cannot sue you. Medical doctors cannot sue you. If they do, we will sue them with the money they used to sue you. For what? For one, mortality of the they say people are dying many times. Most of the death is not from sickness, it's from the drugs, and there are evidences of it with me. You get the evidence with it everywhere. Once you argue scientifically now, the evidence will just be obvious. You get, and a lot of things that I'm not going to be speaking here, but to my students, so they would understand how to defend themselves. You get, aside that too, part of upgrading your sexual health for girls and for guys is also making sure that you can protect yourself on the physical basis. So there's also martial arts courses in the trainings. You get, so once you register for any course and you come to school, then you'll be trained everything. So you are not going to pay anything for application for admission. You are not paying anything for the exam too, and you are not paying acceptance fee. Once you pay completely, and once you sign up completely and you pass the and the entry exam, no jump, you get, and you don't need to be a scientist. You just have to be able to read and write and have 8 C's in whatever course you've done in school. You get, just have 8 C. You can use double sitting. Kosha take pay 8 credits. You get. So once you have all those ones, you can proceed to apply. Once you apply, you will be given one exam. Once you pass, you'll be sent your admission letter and login details. You get. It doesn't mean you've graduated though. So once you pass, once you send that, you get your login details. Once you log in, then there's one money we take. You get 15,000 naira per semester. It's 10,000 naira for other courses, 15,000 naira for health courses per semester, and there are 360 semesters in a year. So, and one semester is 3 months. So 15,000 naira for 3 months, and you will continuously be trained. This is to pay for university maintenance. You get, and we are looking into getting, at least right now, if we can get up to, for the sexual health, if we can get up to 500 students, because we want to dominate Ogun State with SH first. You get what I'm saying now? So we can get up to 500 students. It will work out. Then what will just happen is this: once you pay the 50,000 for the first semester, you come to Agowe, you get your apartment. You online, there are courses already online. You get, courses are already online where you start to read, you start to learn. Then the physical, practical ones we do in Agowe. For instance, now physical development for sexual health development, you come for trainings to build your body to be able to perform well, and the rest you get. So you do all those ones, we do them here in Agowe. Then during those periods, there's university maintenance fee you paid. You'll be used to take care of the cost of disseminating that information, plus getting a viable big building. You get what I'm saying now? As an entrepreneur, you start things with models that everybody will know that, okay, this, you did not take loan to do it, and you did not fraud anybody to do it. Right now, no bank is lending anybody money. The last time I took loan from bank, which is this last month, it's just 5,000 naira bank, and that is the first time. It means I have to pay back the 5,000 naira as soon as possible. It means my credit limit from bank is 5,000 naira, because I'm not working in any company, I'm not a staff of anybody, I'm a freelancer. All these things I'm doing are from my own cost, like from my own pocket, added pocket, the site building, the technological design, this video and everything. It's God that say I have a lot of skills. You get, publishing a video, just one video like this, is minimum of just editing and posting on. They will collect 20,000 naira for me, video recording and everything. It means per video I'm spending 50,000 naira, right? Thank God I have the skills. Now, if you evaluate everything I'm doing now, this video is another 50,000 naira. Abi. So that's it. So once you come around, you'll be trained constantly. You paid your first semester. So that one will last for 3 months. You get, so you do your physical training, Ayeconet gets the building for some other things. You get, while you still continue your training, the second month you continue, your third month, your second semester you continue, your third semester you continue. You get, then the second year, you get, there's already employment. You get, the only set of people that Ayeconet is allowing, you get, to offer companionship services, as I said, you get, when it comes to the sexual one, sexual companionship, you get, SH doctors in view and those that have graduated. You get, we are not allowing any students to join. That is why whoever joins that site for the companion will be asked before your this thing is approved, your store, your listing is approved, you'll be asked to come for SH first. You get what I'm saying? There you learn the skills. You cannot be sexual companion to someone. It means you are a kind of sexual friend to the person with the purpose of improving the person, because that's what companion is, assisting the person sexually. And if you want to gain the best customers, you have to be able to improve their sexual health while companioning them sexually. You get? So you must have experience in sexual health, not only for the building them purpose, but if you are going to give them the best sex in the world, you have to be sexually strong in a way that it will not negatively affect your health. Yes. So after the year one, you get, or after you pass some tests within the year one, you have to implement it to companionship service already. So it means you already get a source of getting the 15,000 that you are paying for per semester already. There's already a source of income for that. And that's the way I did every other courses. You get, immediately after the first year, you get, there's already employment. You get what I'm saying now? There's employment. The problem of the problem I'm having right now is not products. Products are ready. It's the human capital that will market, disseminate, and continuously produce the product. You get? So it's easy for me, and I believe that's why I can run the university at as low as 15,000 naira from you, and then you'll be successful. At least it's cheap, and I'm putting myself out there, and I'm living in a good way. And the first place the training will be starting is in my own house, my own apartment. Because that's where we start before the building is gotten, where we now move to the building. You get? I'm being sincere right now, so I'm genuinely looking for students who want to improve themselves. So you must be SSCA graduate, but it's not necessary that you are a university graduate. This is a university that will definitely be acknowledged because I've planned it very well. And you want NYC is no problem. If NYC still exists by that time you are graduating, you will definitely go for NYC. That is a promise. You get? So that's it about that. So the major thing that it takes to be a professional porn actress and someone who is going to start practicing sexual health domestically, locally, physically, for people, you'll be having clients that will be coming for treatment, like for advancement therapies and the rest, is to become a sexual doctor. So it's better you log in and start the course now when it's still fresh. Be one of the first set of sexual doctors that will exist, so that you can actually dominate that world. You get? Nigeria and the whole world. You get? That's it. So do have a nice day.